Hello, my name is Tucker Johnson, and I have an exciting announcement. This year, 2024, Nimdzi Insights and myself, we are partnering with the University of Surrey once again, uh, with a cooperation between the University of Surrey Center for Translation Studies and Nimdzi Insights, also supported by Yuka Nakasone and Mikhail Anksak. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing my fellow mentors' names. But this is a fun collaboration that we've done for the second time in a row here. And what it means is that we are working with the University of Surrey translation students in their translation and localization program, and we are working on a real life project. Let me just tell you a little bit about that. First of all, my name is Tucker Johnson. I'm one of the co-founders here at Nimdzi Insights and a bunch of other stuff. I am one of the project sponsors for this, but the real work is being done by my colleagues Yuka and Mikhail, who are the mentors for this program. Each year, the students that are working on this project get paired up with a mentor, and that's where the real magic happens. The insights come from the mentor. They can ask questions, get feedback on their workshop. What is the workshop? Let's just talk a little bit about that I can give you guys an idea. The workshop is essentially a group project that's about bringing students together through a process. And I like to say it's not the destination, but rather it's the journey. It's not so much focused on what is the end deliverable of this, but rather what do we learn along the way. And along the way, we have a bunch of objectives that we try to focus on with the students. Essentially, helping students understand what are some real life scenarios in the language services industry. What can they expect to face when they go out there and start their career? How can they work together as a team? How can they problem solve to tackle complex challenges in the localization industry? How can they ask for help? How can students and new professionals to the industry leverage existing industry resources? What are those existing industry resources? Lots and lots of hands-on learning happens during this course. Uh, as I mentioned, there are different people involved with this and different expectations. We essentially have three types, three categories of people involved in this. Of course, we have the students. The students are the ones that are going to be doing the work. They're at the beginning, they provide a CV, a resume, and they get feedback on that resume, which is a very, very, very useful thing for them. They're going to be paired up into a small group and work together to put together a presentation. And that presentation is solving a problem. The workshop facilitator, that would be me. In this case, I'm the guy that kicks it off and begins the whole process. Unfortunately, I'm not in the same time zone as everybody, so I don't get to actually be there during the small group time and during the classes, but that's where the mentors come in. And Yuka and Mikhail have done a great job being mentors, working closely with the students, and they're doing it again this year, and I love that, and hopefully they'll be back for many years to come on that. So what is this workshop? The workshop essentially takes a real life, in quotation marks, company, and it's not actually a real life company because NDAs exist, but it is a company that is heavily inspired by real life companies and the work that they do and the problems that they face. And that real life company is facing a challenge with their localization department. And our team, our small group of students, they take on the role of internal consultant to this company, and they've been engaged to essentially improve, make recommendations, optimize, and improve the localization program for this global company. And at the end of this, what they're going to have is a final presentation, a final deliverable that they are going to be delivering to the senior management. And this is something that a lot of us have had to do in our career, pitch to senior management and it is a very useful skill to have. Now, in that senior management, you have different stakeholders, you have different personas there. You've got the CEO, you've got the CFO, you've got the CMO, operations officer, information officer, legal department. All of these different departments have different priorities, and it's important that the students are going to be addressing those priorities for each individual department. And throughout this, they might not have all of the information available to them. They're going to have a lot, but just like in real life, there's going to be missing information. So we get to learn how to make intelligent assumptions and not be paralyzed and not be able to move forward because we're lacking those information. And of course, throughout this, we're going to be learning about some industry resources that are available. There's a bunch out there. Of course, Nimdzi Insights is one of them. We've got our friends over at CSA Research, Multilingual Media, Slater News, Taos, Gala, ALC, ATC. There's books out there that are available and made available to the students during this. One of them is The General Theory of the Translation Company, a book that I am quite fond of myself. And that is the quick introduction to this project, this collaboration that we have going on here between Nimdzi Insights and the University of Surrey, of course, supported by Yuka and Mikhail. It's a really fun thing, and I hope that we're going to be able to work on it together for years to come. Last year it went really well, and the presentations were just a delight to hear. So thank you for celebrating this with me. If you have any questions, if you have any wanting to find out more information about this, or perhaps you're a student that's looking to get involved with the University of Surrey, they have a great program over there, then feel free to reach out either to me or directly to Dr. Joanna Go, who is the person leading this up. She is the mastermind behind all of this. So with that, if you have any questions, reach out, and maybe we'll see you next semester. Cheers.